This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're a current subscriber, you know the routine. You're greatly appreciated. Come on in, make yourself at home. This week we kind of have a cornucopia of picks here. I have what's left over from my Black Friday picks. Some of those were ordered, so they didn't come in till late. I have some of my Cyber Monday picks. They didn't come in till a little bit late. Went to Goodwill. Got this phenomenal collector set, 10-disc set for basically pennies, compared to what it's worth. And a little something here. So before I get into what I picked up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, of course, I have my classic 3D pick and my classic pick. Before I get into that, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, like to share some of the things I watched, either live in the theaters with my family, streaming, or actual physical media. And I'm going to kick it off with some physical media. I think all this is physical media classic stuff. The first one is Once Upon a Time in China. This is the 1991 action-adventure foreign martial arts picture starring Jet Li, Yu Yun, Rosamund Kwan, Jackie Cheung, and Kent Cheung, directed by Sue Hart. This is essentially a story that takes place in the 19th century Canton. The martial arts film depicts the stance of the legendary martial arts hero Wong Fei Hung against the foreign French and American troops, basically plundering China, basically colonizing China. It's a little slow. Love seeing Jet Li in there. I haven't watched the other two. There's actually three more. Once Upon a Time in China 2, 3, and Once Upon a Time in America, I believe, or something to that effect. Not a bad martial arts picture. Not as much action as I like. It's more drama. It goes more into how the Europe colonized China and basically how China fights back. So looking forward to watching the other three movies. If you like this kind of somewhat historical, action-driven type of movie, you'll like Jet Li's Once Upon a Time in China. My next pick is a 1992 action comedy crime thriller, Cuffs, Kuffs, Cuffs, starring Christian Leitner, a very young Mila Jovovich, Rick Roman Stephen Holliday, and Chad Randall. This is directed by Bruce A. Evans. What's very interesting about this, the music was done by, I think it's Harold Faltermeyer, who did Beverly Hills Cop. So the movie sounds very similar, and it's just like every time you hear it, you think of Beverly Hills Cop. So it's kind of like, it's almost, the storyline is very similar to Beverly Hills Cop, just not as funny. Mila looks like a teenager here, if you know Mila from Resident Evil. Don't get too much into the plot though, but Cuffs and Mila are boyfriend and girlfriend. She becomes pregnant, and he has to find a job. And the job he finds is a policeman due to his brother. And again, I don't give too much details away though, but basically it's the storyline behind, same storyline as Beverly Hills Cop, just with a few tweaks. You like that kind of action comedy crime thriller, you'll like the 1992 Cuffs. My next pick is a 1994 action crime drama thriller. This is Blown Away, starring Jeff Bridges, Tommy Lee Jones, Susie Amos, Jeff Bridges' father, Lloyd Bridges, and somewhat young Forrest Whitaker. This is directed by Stephen Hopkins. And this tells a story about Jimmy Dove, who was Jeff Bridges, who was a bomb squad leader. Basically, he defuses bombs. And Tommy Lee Jones is a terrorist. And somehow Jeff Bridges gets on Tommy Lee Jones' radar, and Tommy Lee Jones goes after him, and that's where the story ensues. Very classic kind of back in the 90s, that was a big thing, terrorist movies. But this is Irish terrorist. So if you like the kind of movie, you definitely like 1994's Blown Away. My last pick is the 1992 action crime thriller western El Mariachi, starring Carlos Gallardo, Consuelo Gomez, Jaime de Hoyos, Peter Marquette, Reno Martinez. This is directed, produced, written, cinematography, and cinematography all done by Robert Rodriguez. This is actually his first full-length picture. This is about a mariachi who just wants to play the guitar, and he goes into a town and he's mistaken for this mobster, and that's when the story ensues. This is the first of the trilogy of the Once Upon a Time in Mexico trilogy, which is followed by Desperado with Antonio Banderas. Then you have Once Upon a Time in Mexico with Antonio Banderas and Johnny Depp. Very cool, low-budget movie. What was interesting about it, my wife and I and my son were all watching this. I'm like, yeah, this is Robert Rodriguez's first film. She's like, technically it's not. His first film was a short called Bedheads with his siblings. And what's interesting about it, though, on the Blu-ray, as you're watching Mariachi, the extra wasn't on it. I had to go back to the DVD. And on the DVD and the extra, that has a 10-minute short of Bedheads. Very cute comedy short with his younger brothers and sisters, and I think maybe a parent or something. I'm not positive though. But if you like Western Mexican kind of crime drama with a little bit of comedy, well, a lot of comedy in it, you'll definitely like El Mariachi, and hopefully my family and I will get to watch the other two movies. So that's what I watched for the week. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video.
We are back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my pickups here. A little something from Goodwill. I have my Cyber Monday pickups. My Black Friday orders that just came in. I have the return of the 3D pick for the week, as well as my classic pick for the week. So give me a second. Let me get these scanned in, and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to jump into what I picked up at Goodwill, and only picked up one thing though, but this was a bomb pickup. The commemorative collection of George Carlin, one of my favorite comedians. When you talk about great comedians, you got to talk about Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Lenny Bruce. If you want to be more recent, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams. But you can't talk about great comedians without talking about George Carlin. And he dropped probably one of the most profound one-liners I've ever heard describing America. And I'm paraphrasing. He said, America was founded by slave owners looking for freedom. That's a mic drop statement if I ever heard one. But I looked this up online. I think on eBay, I think they were like $60 for this. On Amazon, I think you can get it like for $30. Let's take a look at this. You got George Carlin, the many faces, from young to old. That's the younger, real young. Wow, I've never seen him like that. Damn. So HBO specials, I think it's individual specials. That's what I'm used to seeing him at in his later years. Wow. I don't even know that dude. That's a young George Carlin. What's this here? Okay, this is like a poster. I'm not gonna fold this all out though, but this is very cool. It's the poster. That is mad cool. Basically, it's the poster of this cover. So that's cool. Let's see what's in here. Okay. There we go. On location, George Carlin again. Carlin at Carnegie, Carlin on campus, playing with your head. What am I doing in New Jersey? Doing it again. Jamming in New York. Back in town, Carlin, 40 years of comedy. You are a disease. I'm just gonna have a field day with this. Jeez. Complaints and grievances. Life is worth losing. It's bad for you. And the bonus ones, George Carlin appearances, the real George Carlin, Apartment 2C, George Carlin personal favorites. George Carlin appearance from the Comedy Store, 1999. George Carlin's best stuff. More bonus material, George Carlin on George on George. George Carlin appearance from the Comedy Magic Club, 2006. George Carlin, Too Hip for the Room. Oh, this is mad cool. They have a bonus disc and it's a Blu-ray. Life is Worth Losing. And I think this is on Hamilton Book for like $5. I was in my box or cart to buy, so I can delete that out my box. And disc number 9. I kind of like it when a lot of people die. I can't wait to get into this. George Carlin, very happy to get this at Goodwill, so very cool pickup. Next, we get into like Cyber Monday and Black Friday. They didn't actually arrive on Black Friday. This was more of a discount buy. I think this was on Amazon for like Black Friday for like 20 bucks or something. So I had to go over eBay and do a little price check. I think I got like 10 bucks, which for a Shout Select factory is amazing. And this is like when I was a kid, Billy Jack. Billy Jack is kind of like the trailer park taekwondo, or maybe the country Kmart kung fu is that kind of vibe of movie, though. I haven't seen this in years. The Born Losers, Billy Jack, the trial of Billy Jack, and Billy Jack Goes to Washington. Billy Jack was a really wild, I guess, kind of vigilante guy. I barely remember this as a kid, so this was a Shout Select. So very happy to get this at a decent price. And I forgot, this was the George Carlin set was MPI, which I'm not really familiar with. Next, we have another Shout Select Classic Colors. And if you've seen this, you know the cow story about the bull that wanted to go down and run down and to one of the cows, and Robert Duvall was like, well, just walk down and we'll do all the cows. And I'm paraphrasing the story though, but this is the classic colors. Sean Penn, Robert Duvall. Who else is in here? Bob Hodges, Danny McGavin, Salt and Pepper, Ice-T, Kane, Big Daddy Kane. So I haven't seen this in years. Looking forward to watching this again. Colors. Next one, this actually, I think it's Groove on eBay. I believe that's the distributor that sells the DVDs. Got kind of a deal. If I got one, I got like 15% or something like that off the second one, which equates to like $7. So this ended up being like $1 or $2. I saw a trailer of this. It looked very interesting. Nice holiday horror black comedy. Better Watch Out. And this is a Well Go USA. And forgive me for all you don't know, I'm Wesley Snipes here, my AK Johnny Blade. Help me get this open, Wes. There you go. Come on, Wes. Cut him. There you go. So, I haven't seen this. Hitman: The Awakening, Baby Assassins. That looks interesting. Unwelcome. Logo USA. I like and I hate these kind of discs. I like them because they're extremely creative, but the way I store my discs are in huge folders in alphabetical order. So as I'm looking through this, probably 3 years from now, I'll be like, what the hell movie is this? And I'll have to actually put it in to figure out what it is though. But anywho, big ups though for just the creativity on the DVD right here and the Blu-ray. So I'll give them props for that. I won't hate. Better Watch Out. And this is what I bought with this. So I think this was on sale for like 40 bucks. And I never thought I would find this interesting because I saw the trailer for the television show before it came out. And I thought the premise was really ridiculous. A descendant of the Grimm brothers is like a monster hunter. So the whole thing sounded ultra silly. And I think I just got bored or something. Had the ability to watch the whole series online, and I just started watching one and I was kind of hooked. So very cool, fun, kind of on the level of almost on the level of Supernatural, not quite though, but very fun watch. This is the complete series. Oh geez, they got these things stacked. Okay. Damn, these things are stacked. I've never seen this kind of configuration. Okay. So I guess this is what? Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, I guess. Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, and I'm assuming this one disc is Season 6. That must have been a super short season, or probably when they had a writer's strike or something. So, not in love with the way they stored these though, but for the price, I'm not bitching. Let me stop bitching. So, together these two were like $42. So, excellent buy for this. Next, you saw I got the first one on Black Friday. This didn't come till just recently. This is Volume 2, the Jackie Chan collection from 1983 to 1993. And for some reason, this one is considerably more now than it is than the first volume. I mean, on Black Friday, both were on sale. But for some reason, this one is $30, $40 more than Volume 1. And I'm really not sure why. I'm thinking maybe the movies on there are harder to find individually. Possibly. I haven't taken time to really look. But you have Jackie Chan, Winners and Sinners, which I've never seen, I don't think. Wheel on Meals, which I think is named something else. The Protector, which I do have. Is that Danny Aiello on the back? Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars. I don't think I've heard of that one. Armor of the God, I have this one. Armor of the God 2, I have that one. Crime Story, I think I have that one. There's a couple different crime stories. And City Hunter, I'm not sure if I had that one. But I kind of did the math. Finding the ones I didn't have on Blu-ray probably went just as much or more than getting this on sale on Black Friday. So this is Volume 2, another Shout Select, very heavy Shout Select presents this week. My 3D pick for the week. I've actually seen people talk about this on Facebook, how good the 3D is. I popped in there for a second. It looks pretty cool. Dominic Cooper, I believe. Is that Dominic Cooper from the Preacher? I'm not positive. No, John Hurt, Gemma Arterton. Don't know who that is. Kayvan Novak and Robert Sheehan. A Turtle's Tale. And this is Studio Canal release. My classic pick for the week, the lovely Halle Berry and that'll be nice, John Belushi's brother, James Belushi. And this is actually based on a true story, Racist Son. Very cool flick. It is a cool family flick. TriStar. You guys are tasked with creating a solar car, and they compete against other high schools. So this is my Goodwill, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, weekly pickup. Give me a moment. Let me scan these in, separate the disc from the artwork, and somebody's going to make the shelf, and I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on. Everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C as in Children of the Corn. L as in Love Don't Cost a Thing. Z as in Zardoz. So let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far, ring the bell. If you haven't subscribed yet, what's wrong? Subscribe. Subscribe. Give me the big thumbs up. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Deuces.